give you a quick fish it guide that will be getting you to the best rod in the game as a goal and really get your adventure going. Begin off by fishing as it tells you. Once you hit level 3, you're going to be able to turn on auto fishing. Auto fishing is basically going to be this. I'm not touching anything right now. You're going to see it automatically catches. Right here is clicking, and then it automatically will recast. So that is auto fishing. That is what you're going to see most people doing. Catching by hand, if you take a look when you do it, when you go to throw it out, there's going to be a bar, and you can actually decide when to let go to boost your luck. That is something that you can only do manually. So if you're really trying to min-max your luck during like a luck boost event or a potion or whatever, you're definitely going to want to do it by hand. Most people do not, though. Just remember, most people do not. You can also, if you want, auto clicker your fishing. That's purely allowed, and you can combine an auto clicker with the auto fish to just make it click a little faster for the catch. Once you get enough, go over here and sell them. It'll just be like this, and right there, I've sold the items. Now, head over here. This is where you're going to buy your original rods, and as you can see, the prices go up pretty high, up to $1 million, and they go down cheap, and you're going to have luck, speed, and weight. Luck is going to be more rolls to get rarer fish, speed is going to be the speed you catch, and the weight is going to be the highest weight you can catch. Frequently upgrade this, but do not forget right here, there is going to be bobbers, and bobbers also increase luck in other stats. Again, this will let you get better fish easier. Make sure you're constantly increasing those options. Now, with that being said, there's going to be a luck machine for the server if you'd wanted to do that. That's available. It goes up to, I believe, 8x. This is going to be a potion shop where you can buy potions. They're just limited time things. You can also get these from the codes for the game the dev gives out. And then before we go in here, I want to show you where you buy a boat, because boats can be relatively cheap. Depends on what you want to buy. This is all about speed to get where you want. They start very cheap. They get obviously more expensive. And Game Pass, a big option here, are going to be the boats. Now, once you get these boats, next thing you're going to want to do, I'll show you some locations to go. But one of the money spends you're going to want to do is save up for, in my opinion, the fishing radar. That's pretty nice, and you're going to want to save up for the diving gear. Diving gear is going to be 100% required for the farm to get the best fishing rod in the game, so make sure you save up for diving gear. I'll talk a little bit more about that soon. The radar, you can click in your inventory, and what it'll do is it'll show you where all of the fishing spots are and what they do. Like, this is mostly herring, stuff like that. The diving gear, why it's so nice, is you put it on and you can last and swim around in the water. You can see there's an air gauge. That is actually required. We'll get there in a bit. So what you're going to want to do is, once you've got your money, once you've got a little bit of money and your rods are upgraded, your bobbers, you don't need this yet. You don't need the diving gear. Go ahead, and your quests will probably even tell you to go to a volcano place. Take out your boat, whatever boat you have. I'm just going to spawn one. And go to your boat spawn and drive it. Make sure you're in the driver's seat and head out. Now, while I'm doing this, I do want to talk about these shark hunts, fishing events, things like this. These are roving events to fish for certain things. And what you'll do is you will come over here, you'll park your boat, and you'll fish into it, and you'll have a chance, for example, here to get a blob shark. But what you're going to want to do first thing is head over to this volcano. Now, I'm going to explain why. This volcano is going to have a bunch of fish that actually sell for a decent chunk of money. This will probably be the first place you're going to want to just AFK and let your account sit for a while. If you go in the official Discord and ask, hey, I want gold, I want money, where do I make money? They'll tell you to go to this volcano. Now, your options are you can climb up to the top up there and come down in. You can go in over there to that side. What I did when I played, I think there's another path back here. Right there it is. That is what I was doing. And we're going to head over here and go into the volcano. And you can see it starts to get red. And here we are. So once we get in here, I can go ahead and take this out, and I can fish if I'd like. Well, if I actually hit the water, I guess that counts. and you'll see there are lava-centric fish that do pay a decent bit. And you can also, like, parkour through here. This might be a quest. It was a quest for me. There's going to be a fisherman up there, right there. And you speak to him to get, I'm not sure exactly. I think you might get a rod or something, but you can speak to him and it finishes the quest, do some fishing. And it's also worth noting, you might be thinking, well, is this a safe place to be? No, you will die. Don't worry about death. You don't lose your fish. You keep everything. You just spawn back here. And then what you can do is run over and get your boat. So, fish at the volcano until you get the scuba gear. That is my opinion if you want to make everything simple. And at that point, once you get scuba gear, you can kind of choose your own adventure, what you want to do. So for me, my suggestion is, and I'll show you why, because this will be for a quest line that's going to give you the best rod in the game. So you want to start working on that, in my opinion, relatively early, as soon as you have a few upgrades. But once you get enough upgrades, I should probably mention this before we go to that, you might look at my rod here. Let me load it up here. This says Leprechaun 2, and you might be wondering, well, what is that? Well, while you're fishing, you can get some of these. I think I got a few at the volcano. You can get these enchanted stones, these enchantment stones. And once you get a decent bunch of them, do not waste this on a rod you think you're going to replace very quickly. So I would not do this right off the bat. But if you have, let's say you AFK'd for a couple days, or you have a high amount of money, I'm going to show you now. Go over to the esoteric depths, which is going to be right here. And you're going to get out. And we are going to run over here and climb this. You're going to make sure you have 400 coins. If you don't have it, that's obviously a problem. You should at this point. We're going to head down, pay this guy, and hop in an elevator. This is going to be another location you can farm at if you would like, because there's going to be unique fish. I'm actually shocked I'm not seeing anyone here. Normally I see people when I'm here. And this is another fishing place you can do. And what you're going to do, I'm not going to roll it because I have a decent roll, is you're going to take an enchantment stone, you're going to click it down here on your bar, and you're going to place it, and then you're going to have your rod, and you're going to be able to roll right here, roll to get these enchantments. There's a bunch of different ones you can get, some good, some bad. I wouldn't come here with less than 5 or 6 enchantment stones just to be sure you're leaving with something half decent. Don't forget you can hold shift to run. I'm not sure what it is on mobile. Makes it a little faster. And once you're done, you can go back up out and you'll have your upgraded tool. And it can be significant. I mean, Leprechaun is 50%. Leprechaun 2 is. If you go here and look at the rods, some of these rods, this one here is 280% luck even, but an extra 50% on top of that. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we are going to head out. And we have diving gear. And I'm not showing you everything. There are some like secret rods and like hidden places. I might do separate videos on those that you can choose to upgrade to. Mutated event has started, so make sure you pay attention to these events. There's actually an admin event that has been going on recently where it's up to 5,000% luck, which is crazy. And if you don't see any of these name tags, just make sure you're far enough away from land for them to appear. So once we've got the base going, we've got our boat, we've got ourselves this gear, we've got ourselves a rod. It's enchanted, or at least a good rod. Maybe a 500,000 rod or 250,000 rod. We're going to head over here to Lost Isle. Now, again, people say that volcano we just left over, well, where is it? The volcano right here. They say the volcano, the lava fish, as you progress and can get better fish, is going to still be more money per hour. But I want to show you this because this is where I'm going to farm at this point for me, because I am almost to the point of being able to get the best rod in the game, and I've done most of my farming at this location, and I think it works out really, really well. While we're doing this, I'll talk about the store real quick. You can get some small luck, double XP, mutations, VIP. I Just bought these like an hour ago, so they weren't important to my progress. In fact, I messed up and put 20 Robux on the wrong account on an alt first, and I had to put 20 more so I could buy this. The sell anywhere I don't think is a big deal, because once you hit the 5,000 stack in your inventory, it'll auto sell your fish, and you have to go back to buy the upgrades anyway. So for me, it wasn't that big a deal. Maybe that'll change. Maybe there'll be a reason in the future. But as we get close to the Lost Isle, you're going to see some boats and stuff here. Now, there are other places that sell boats and sell rods and stuff like that, but this is just, basics to get you going. So here we are at Lost Isle. Obviously, this is from someone that's down below fishing. If you don't have the diving gear, it's also for sale right here. But what you do is, let's go over to here. We're going to stop. We're going to take out our diving gear, make sure it's on, and we're going to dive. So when we dive down, I'm going to begin actually by going down into this crater and showing you this location. This is where you're going to do a significant amount of fishing, and you can use this to really build up your cash stack. So we're going to be down here, and at this, it's called the treasure hall. No one's fishing here right now, but that's the water, and it has a bunch of really nice fish. If I go over here to the index, you're going to be able to see that there are secret fish, which means that they are very, very rare and they pay a lot. Blobfish, armored catfish, all of these up here pay more. These are all available to you. So you can sit here in AFK for a really long time. And there's a quest line that you automatically have started just by playing the game that actually requires you to fish there for a very, very long time. And I'll show you that in just a moment. If you have very bad luck, there is a decent rod over here you can get. I know I said I wasn't going to show a lot of the optional rods, but this one is right here. This is the angler rod for 8 million coins, but there is a better option. So head back in here, and there's going to be this location. Here's the pit. You can see it going up. So this is going to be where you're probably, I'm just taking a guess, I haven't been on here in this particular server. My guess is there's going to be an absolute ton of people in this room. And there's where a lot of people on the server are. So as you can see, why are they here? This is the Deep Sea Quest. You catch 300 rare epic fish in the treasure room. That's where we were just at. Catch 3 mythic fishes at the Sisyphus statue. That's right here. And we have catch 1 secret fish at the statue. So that top one there won't take very long for you to get. And then once you get it, you can see I kind of skipped over it because I came over here because there was a 5,000 bonus luck event. But once you catch the secret and you have done the others, you're going to be able to get the Ghostfinn Rod. And this is going to be the best rod in the game. This is the best rod. None of the others matter once you have this rod. This is just the best one at the time of recording. So, rather than me saying, hey, go to this location for all the different ones, what I probably suggest you do, in my opinion, is I would get up to the 1,000,000 rod at the starter location. I would go ahead and get yourself the best bobber at the starter location. And then I would come to the deep sea where we are now, and I would fish. I would do these quests and eventually come to this room. And if you hit 8 million before you hit the secret fish, go buy the rod that's outside that I showed you and come back in and keep fishing. And if you hit the secret fish before you hit 8 million, you skip over that tier entirely and you can come back for it later if you'd want. That is my recommendation. Now, also, you'll notice I am level 195. Make sure you hit subscribe because there is a quest line that I have yet to do that starts at level 200, and it's going to involve a boat and different things, and it's back at the main area. You probably saw me walk by it. That quest line doesn't start until level 200, which again is going to take you quite a while, and you're going to just be AFK fishing most of it. Preferably, in my opinion, at this statue. So all you do is just follow the group, take out your rod, throw it in, turn on auto fishing, and if you're going to use an auto clicker to speed it up a little bit, go ahead and do that. And just pull in the fish, and you're going to see, I don't know if I'll get lucky here, but generally speaking, there's a lot of really good fish here. So you'll roll monkfish, you'll roll a whole bunch of stuff that can then be sold for more to upgrade your gear. So we saw the treasure room here. If you go to the Lost Isle, it's almost the same, or is the same. So you can go, if anything, there is one less treasure than in the treasure room. As you can see, there's 3 here, 3 secrets, and there's only 2 in this room here. You hit either of these 2 down here and you're set. You'll be completely set, and you'll just be ready to go ahead and get yourself the best rod in the game. And of course, make sure you're paying attention to events. There are some events that are like shock ground outside a specific land, or the sharks. If you are out and about and you're actively playing and you see the shark hunts are going on, I suggest you go ahead and see if you can pick up a shark if you're out near it. But again, if you're looking for progression, you're wanting to get as far as you can, you're wanting to see what you can unlock, this is going to be your main goal. This is going to be where everyone is at. Now, this game is still growing. This game, last I saw, was 160,000 peak. So it's still growing, and the devs are still putting content out. And he just fixed a bunch of duping problems. And when these problems get fixed, yes, they suck, but followed with it is going to be, at least so far, have been admin mutation events that have really made luck increased a ton. There's also been some events that before I played where there was an admin abuse that was 23 hours long in the same place, so people could really farm up and get rare fish that way. So just make sure you are always online is really the best thing to say. It's like people on Grow a Garden, where you want to stay online as much as possible because your pet effects only work logged in. You're going to want to stay online to get yourself all the different bonuses and mutations and server lucks and everything like that that people spend money on. Now, do I think the game is worth spending all of these game passes here? Honestly, couldn't tell you. I'm playing it. I'm planning to make videos on it. I'm enjoying it. I had no problem giving them money. Sucks that I put 20,000 Robux on the wrong account. I'll live. I'll play a different game eventually using that alt, and I'll pay it for it that way. And you can buy coins and stuff here, but honestly, like, the amount you get is not amazing for like the amount of Robux spent, so don't feel like you have to put money in. And right here is going to be the codes. They go at the bottom of the store. Make sure you do that. There is going to be here where you can have super enchantment stones, which you can buy for money. I've not seen any of these in game, but I've also not been having an issue getting, like, as you see, I have leprechaun too. I've had it on multiple things. I've not had an issue with the enchant stones. I've naturally farmed, so I wouldn't do that. And of course, again, these are all cosmetic, so that's personal preference. Do you want to make your character look great or not? That is up to you. That is, again, a personal preference. So hopefully this helps you out. If you'd like to see the other, like, secret rods and stuff, I might do individual videos for them if that interests you. I might wait until, I think they might have another, I'm hoping they have another secret rod area come out soon. I can do a video with like 2 or 3 of them. 3 or 4 of them. Right now I think we're at 2 secret rods, but definitely been enjoying the game. And this is going to be what it looks like, in my opinion, should look like while you're farming to get yourself that best rod here. And I'm going to be honest, it does look like the majority of players do agree. This server is pretty empty, actually, over here for this particular location. I've been in servers where there's 20 people in the server, and all 20 are standing around this exact pool fishing. So do not underestimate how good this is.